Dear students, we have discussed different conversion techniques, converting binary to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to binary, and binary to octal and octal to binary conversions. Okay, we have seen all these yesterday, and now let us discuss decimal to hexadecimal conversion today. Now, in this, what we have to do is we are converting known decimal numbers into unknown hexadecimal numbers. Okay, the procedure here is just divide the hexadecimal number, divide the decimal number successively by 16 until the quotient becomes 0, and write down the remainders after each division. And you have to form all the remainders in the reverse order from the hexadecimal number. Okay, for example, let us consider convert the decimal number 873 into hexadecimal number. Okay, just divide 873 with 16 and you will get remainder 7 and quotient 54. Once again divide 54 with 16, you will get quotient 3, remainder 6. Next, once again divide quotient 3 with 16, 16 zeros are possible, hence the remainder is 3. Then you have to write from bottom to top all the remainders. That will give you, for example, another example, 1234 decimal number is to be converted into hexadecimal number. Okay, the same process you have to do. You will get 77 quotient and remainder 2 in the first division. The second, once again you have to divide with 16, 16 fours are, and you will get the remainder. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13. That you have to remember. That means 16 fours are, you will have quotient 4 and remainder D. Equivalent letter you have to represent. And 16 zeros are. So 0 is the quotient and 4 is the remainder. So like this you have to do. And write the numbers like this. 1234 decimal is equivalent to 4D2 hexadecimal number. So this is the conversion. Let us take for fractional part. What you have to do is you have to adopt the same procedure what we had earlier discussed in the case of fractional parts of binary and fractional parts of octals conversion done. Similarly, here also you have to multiply the fraction with radix 16 and write the carry and integer positions respectively as we had done earlier. like this. For example, decimal number 0.5 is converted to hexadecimal as follows: 0.5 into 16, that is 8.0. 8 is the integer part, zero point 0 is the fractional part. So there is no fractional part remaining, and you can write like this: 0.5 of the decimal number is equal to the 0.8 of hexadecimal number. So that is the discussion so far. We have discussed decimal number systems, binary number system, conversions from binary to decimal and decimal to binary, and octal conversions and hexadecimal conversions we have done. Okay. Now, okay. Now, also we have discussed different conversions. That means converting all positional weights. What we have to do is from octal to decimal, or binary to decimal, or octal to decimal, or hexadecimal to decimal. So whatever other number systems, when we want to convert them into decimal, what you have to do is just expand them in terms of its radix. Expand them in terms of its radix. That is the important thing you have to remember. That means, with how do you expand with uh, its radix? Just use weights, that's all. Weights, and multiply the digits or bits of respective number system, so that after summing all those, you will get the final value of the decimal. So this is the way of converting hexadecimal, binary, octal into decimal. So this is the thing. Now, from decimal to hexadecimal, how do you do? Just repeatedly divide by 16. And from hexadecimal to binary, groups of 4 bits you have to do. For example, from hexadecimal to binary, you have to make groups of 4 bits. And similarly, when we want to convert from binary to hexadecimal, you have to make groups of 4. So this is the way how you have to do the conversion process. Okay, next important thing what you have to do is, you have to prepare a table. Decimal, column 1 is decimal, column 2 is the binary, next octal, next hexadecimal. So you have to write because a number system, whether you are able to write, for example, any number with the help of decimal number. There is no limit. There is no limit. You can write, you can freely go on writing the numbers in decimal. Similarly, in other systems also, binary, octal, hexadecimal, you should be able to write the numbers in the sequence of order, in the sequence of increasing order freely, as you are able to write in decimal. So this is the thing you have to practice. So this table you have to complete up to 100 numbers. You have to freely write in all number systems up to 100. At least you practice, then you will understand everything. Okay. Now let us go for arithmetic operations. Arithmetic operations, here we are going to discuss binary addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and writing ones complementing and twos complement of binary number, and performing subtraction of binary numbers using twos complement method. This we will cover now. Now let us take binary addition. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. For example, let us take two n-bit numbers, 1100 plus 1110. 0 plus 0, 0. Carry is 0. No carry is generated. Okay. Next. In the next position, 0 plus 1, 1. There is no carry generated. Okay. Next. 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. Sum is 0, carry is 1. You have to write like this. 1 plus 1. Carry is 1, sum is 0. Similarly, in the last position, we have to add 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1. So, how much do you get? 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. And 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1. That is, carry is 1 and sum is 1. So, here you have to write carry and you have to write sum. Okay. Like this. Like this. Okay. Next. Let us take another example. 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 1, 1. 1. Here it should be 0 plus 1 is 1. Here is the 1. Okay. Here, next, let us see the binary subtraction. 0 minus 0, 0. 1 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. 1, 0 minus 1 is 1. For example, let us take okay. Here 1 minus 0 is 1. So this is 1. 1 minus 0 is 1. That you have to remember. And next, let us see one example. 1101 minus 1010. 1 minus 0 is 1. Okay, 0 minus 1 is you can't do. You can't do. So what you have to do is take borrow 2 from the next position, like this. Borrow 2. Take borrow 2. Borrow 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. And here 0. Here 0. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you will get the result 0 0 1 1. That is the thing. Okay. Next. Binary multiplication, let us take. The binary multiplication is 0 into 0 is 0, 0 into 1 is 1, 0, 1 into 0 is 0, and 1 into 1 is 1. Let us take example. 1110 into 1011. Very simple. 1 zeros are 0, 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1. Similarly, next step. 1 zeros are 0, 1 ones are 1, 1 ones are 1, 1 1. Like that. You go on. And finally you add. You will get the result like this. So this is a simple multiplication. Very simple. Okay. Let us take another example. 1011 into 1011. That's all. Adding final, you will get the value like this. So the first number is the 11. The second number multiplier is the 5. 11 5 is a 55. We got the result. Okay. Binary division. It is a similar to the decimal division. Example, divide 1111 by 11. The divisor is 11. The quotient is 11111. You divide. Ones are, you will get the 1 1, and subtract, you will get 0 1. You take another bit also. Zeros are 1 1, zeros are 0 0 1. You will get the 1, and bring down, and finally you will get 0 remainder and quotient 101. Okay. Next, representation of binary numbers. Sign magnitude form, that is the ones complement representation, and twos complement representation. These are the representations for signed magnitude numbers. Always the sign numbers, whether negative numbers or positive numbers, those will be represented in two forms, that is ones complement and twos complement. So what is the ones complement? Ones complement is just complement each bit, that means changing ones into zeros and zeros into ones. For example, binary number, let us take 1000 1000. Ones complement, how do you get? You just change each 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. Let us take the twos complement next. 2's complement. So the 2's complement is the format which will be mostly used in representing negative numbers in computers. Of course, natural arithmetic is possible. No special rules are required. So, how do we represent negative numbers in 2's complement method? Decide the number of bits. Find the binary representation of the positive value in n bits. Flip all the bits. That means complement. Add 1. You will get the 2's complement value. So these are the steps. Next, that means 2's complement equals to 1's complement plus 1. For example, let us take the binary number 1011. First you make 1's complement 0100. You will get. Add 1 to that. You will get 0101. So this is the 2's complement value of that binary number. Okay. Next, complementary notation. Conversions between positive and negative numbers are easy. For binary, so with this, okay. Now, this complementary notation, if you observe, for example, positive number is there. To get once you 2's complement the positive number, you will convert that positive number into negative number. And if you once again 2's complement the negative number, then you will get a positive number. Like this. This is the cyclic nature. For example, you see, this is the process. That means like this. That means negative number to positive number and positive number to negative number. So this is the way of doing converting negative number to positive and positive number to negative. Okay. Let us take the example. Plus 5. Plus 5 is represented as 000101. 2's complement that number. Then you will get 111010. Add 1. You will get the minus 5. That is, minus 5 is represented as 111011. Okay. Next, once again, if you complement 2's complement, then you will get 000100 plus 1. That means you will get the value, final value 000101. That means the plus number, the plus 5 number is made 2's complement. You got minus 5 and once again you complemented it and you got plus 5. So this is the way of doing converting plus numbers into minus numbers and minus numbers into plus numbers. Okay. So we have learnt representation of binary numbers, sign and magnitude form, and 1's complement and 2's complement representation of binary numbers, that is negative numbers. And we have studied binary subtraction, minuend and minus subtrahend, both the, and you will get the difference a minus b. A is the minuend, b is the subtrahend, a minus b is the resultant's difference. Okay. Now you can write minus b, you just put it in brackets, a plus this is the a plus in the brackets minus b. You can write like this, a minus b can be represented like this. So this minus b, 2's complement of b, isn't it? The minus b is the 2's complement of b. So that is the thing. That means binary subtraction can be done with the help of 2's complement method. Not only 2's complement method, you can use 1's complement method also. But mostly used method is 2's complement method of subtraction. That means we are utilizing the addition process to do subtraction, that is the 2's complement subtraction of binary numbers. We are using 2's complement method. In this 2's complement method, the addition process is only used, and with that we get the difference of two binary numbers. And in this we have two cases. First case is if the subtrahend is smaller than minuend. That means minuend number is the big, a is the big and b is the small. So this is the case 1. Okay. What you have to do is, the first step, find the 2's complement of the subtrahend, add this 2's complement of subtrahend to the minuend, then you will get the difference value, and if there is carry generated, you neglect that carry. Example, let us consider one example. Subtract 0110 from 1101. So here subtrahend is the 011. This is the subtrahend, and this is the minuend. This is the minuend. The subtrahend b is 0110 and the minuend is a 1101. So let us take the conversion process. 2's complement of the subtrahend is 1010. Just make it a 2's complement. To do 2's complement, first you have to do 1's complement. 1's complement is 01001, and to get the 2's complement you add 1 to that, and you will finally get 1010. So this is the 2's complement of the subtrahend. So minuend you take and the 2's complement subtrahend you take, both the numbers you just add them. You add them. How much do you get? Here 1 plus 0 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 0 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is 10. It is 10. So finally you got the result 10111. and the final carry, this is the final carry, you have to neglect this, you have to neglect, and the difference is 0111, that is the difference value. That means you remember, and I would like to emphasize you that by using addition process we are getting the difference result by using 2's complement method of subtraction of binary numbers. Okay. Case 2, let us consider case 2. Case 2 is if the subtrahend is lesser than minuend. That means B is greater than A. B is greater than A. That means A is less than B. In that case, how to do that? Let us consider. You adapt the same process. First step, 2's complement of the subtrahend. Add the 2's complement of subtrahend to the minuend. The result is negative and in 2's complement form. So no carry will be generated in this case. To get the difference, take the 2's complement and put the minus sign. That is the thing you have to do. That means the negative number always will get in this process. That negative number will be represented as 2's complement number. 2's complement number. To get the actual result, you have to once again 2's complement that negative number to get the actual result. So this is the case 2 situation. Let us take an example. Subtract 1101 from 1000 using 2's complement method. Here, what is the A? A is the minuend, B is the subtrahend. Here, let us take subtrahend is 1101. You make a 2's complement of that subtrahend. You will have first 1's complement plus 1. That means 0010 plus 1. You will get the 0011. You take the minuend. This is the B. This is the minuend is A. This is the A. So now take the A number by minuend and add 2's complement number. Zero zero one one. You add. Now, how much do you get? 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 0 0. And 1 plus 0 is 1. So no carry is generated. So here the answer is this is the 2's complement number. The number we got is negative number. It is the 2's complement representation. To get the actual result, what is the actual result? What is the actual result? The actual result, to get the actual result, what you have to do is, once again you have to 2's complement this result so that you will get the 2's complement result 0101 and put a minus sign here. Put a minus sign here and you will get the minus 0101 is the answer. So this is a second case. Okay, now let us see Simple question. What is the complement of 1001? What is the answer? A. What is the advantage of 2's complement subtraction? Subtraction can be done using adder circuit, increases arithmetic hardware, decreases arithmetic software, addition made simple. What is the advantage of 2's complement subtraction method? Subtraction can be done using adder circuit. We are using addition method to get the difference of two numbers. Okay, now let us take another example. Given the two binary numbers x equals to 1010 100, y equals to 1000011. These are the xy numbers. Perform the subtraction x minus y and y minus x by using 2's complement method. Okay, let us take the first x minus y. X is given and y is given. Here we are doing x minus y, subtrahend is the y. So 2's complement of the subtrahend y is 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 1. This is the 1. Okay, this is the 2's complement of subtrahend y, and add these two and 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 is 0, and 1 plus 1 is 1 0, carry 1, sum is 0, and 1 plus 1 is 1 0, and 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 1 1, and sum is 1, carry is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 0, sum is 0, carry is 1, 1 plus 1 1 0, and you got the sum like this. Finally, what you have to remember is, here the last bit is the carry bit generated. This is the carry bit generated. So this carry bit you just neglect it. Whenever carry is generated in the 2's complement subtraction method, you neglect the carry. So the final answer is this only, after neglecting carry. Now let us take y minus x using 2's complement method. Y minus x. Here y equals to given above and x is given above. Here now in this case x is the subtrahend, y is the minuend. So take the 2's complement of subtrahend x and you will get like this. This is the 2's complement of the subtrahend, and add these two numbers. 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, and 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 0. There is no carry generated, so you need not worry about that. And whenever, one important point you have to remember is, whenever carry is not generated, and that means the result we got is the 2's complement representation of the negative number. That is, the answer we got is the negative number. That you have to remember always. Whenever there is no carry generated at the end of the addition, that means that number is the negative number. It is the 2's complement representation of the negative number. If we want to get the actual value of that difference, you have to once again 2's complement that result to get the actual value of that actual magnitude of that number. So that you have to keep in mind. And now let us see another example. So subtraction of unsigned numbers also can be done by means of the 2's complement method. So in this also, that means using 1's complement also you can do the same thing. And 1's complement, if you do the same procedure, you have to adapt. And but instead of 2's complement, just 1's complement and add the sum. End of the uh, addition, once again you have to add the carry if the carry is generated. If the carry is generated, then you have to add. That is the thing. That means here, if the carry is generated at this position, final position, then only you have to add that carry here, to get the result, final result. Similarly, for y minus x also, you have to do the same thing, but anyhow you will not get any carry in this case, so you need not add that carry because there is no carry generated. So this is the 1's complement method of subtraction using these two examples. Okay, now the signed to represent negative integers, we need a notation for negative values. It is customary to represent the sign with a bit placed in the leftmost position of the number of the binary digits. The convention is to make the sign bit is 0 for positive. For the positive numbers are represented with a 0 sign bit, and the negative numbers are represented with 1 sign bit. So that is the sign bit. For example, all these numbers are negative numbers, and the bit sign bit and magnitude part. So the representation, the number has two parts, sign bit and next magnitude part, that you have to remember. For example, 7 plus 7 is represented like this. In the signed ones complement, the same thing. In the signed magnitude, the same thing. Plus 6 plus 5 like that. And similarly, observe here 1. Here 1. You take the 1 case and you will get the same values. And plus 0, you observe here, plus 0 is represented like this. 1's complement format, plus 0, 1's complement format, and signed magnitude representation. This is the signed magnitude representation, and magnitude is 0 and sign bit is 1 for minus 0. For plus 0, it is 0, all zeros like this. Magnitude is 3 bit and sign bit is 1 bit, total 4 bit. Okay, now let us observe here minus 1. In the signed 2's complement format, minus 1 is represented as all ones, and in the 1's complement you will get like this, 1 1 1 1 0. in the sign and magnitude representation, magnitude value is 1. Okay, 1, it is as it is represented, and in the sign bit position it is 1, that's all. So that is the sign, and that means there are 3 how a number, whether it is a positive number or negative number, how they are represented in 3 formats. We have this table. Okay, 2's complement representation, 1's complement representation, and signed magnitude representation. So there are 3 ways of representing signed numbers. Okay, with this we conclude our discussion. Thank you.